Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on what time you're watching this next episode from me, Avomance, in my tutorial series. I'm in my test world, or at least my latest test world. You can see there's all kinds of junk goes on in here. Absolutely loads of it. I even did like a test N in the background. You can just about see it, I think, in the background there and stuff. What we've got today, stop talking, man, for goodness sake, talk about what you're here for. What we've got today is a minecart pick-up, drop-off system. I get asked loads, and I mean properly loads. Avo, how do I make a minecart stop to drop off everything that's in it and then move off automatically, go and collect the stuff, stop to collect the stuff, and then move off automatically to drop it off again? It is actually genuinely more simple than you think. I'm going to show you how to make this system. It makes kind of minecart delivery systems far better. You can imagine on my inventory system that I did very recently, the automatic inventory storage system, this type of thing would be very, very useful. We are going to crack on with making it right now. What you need for this system is actually not very much. You need a powered rail for each end, so 2 powered rails. You need rails to go to and from where you're going from. So obviously if that's more than kind of 10 odd rails, you're going to need more powered rails to keep that minecart moving with some levers or something to power those powered rails. That's obvious, but you need, say, a number of rails, the distance that you're moving. You need 2 redstone comparators. You need 2 redstone repeaters. You need 2 redstone torches. You need 2 hoppers. You need the minecart with hopper. You need 2 chests. You need 1 dot of redstone and 2 structural blocks. That is all you need to build the system. And then you need, obviously, the stuff that you're going to be transporting. Let's get on with it. So the first thing we're going to do is make the drop off bit. And we need a row 4 wide, and then at one end, slap 1 more bit out. You need 1 of your chests. Stick 1 of your chests in the little hook of the L here. At the other side into the chest, you are going to push 1 of your hoppers. Dead simple so far. We need to take a signal out of that hopper. Comparators are what you use to take signals out of hoppers. What happens here, you slap it in there. If this hopper has got anything in it at all, this will give a signal to this comparator. The comparator will then be powered. It will be redstone powered. And hang on. And you then need a block, one of the blocks that you took out when you dig your trench. I'm just going to use this block for the sake of it. Then underneath here you pop a redstone torch. Now what's going to happen here is when this is powered, it's going to push power into this block, and that's going to turn the redstone torch off. And in turning the redstone torch off, that inverts the power. So if there's something in here, the system is effectively off, not on. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get a structural block just there, and we're going to put a block on top of that redstone torch. That redstone torch there will then push power when it is on into that block, and then we get a repeater in there. That repeater then pushes power into that block. So when this is empty, when it's empty, this is going to be powered. This whole system is going to be powered, and we'll demonstrate that with a powered rail. Pop it on there. You can see that powered rail is powered. So if I just put some rails off the back of it. However, if I was to put something in that hopper, you'll notice the system turns off until it's empty, which will be any second now. Assuming I did point it into the chest, didn't I? Yes, I did. Oh, there you go, and it turned back on again. Patience, man. Patience. Let's just demonstrate that again by using fewer. Let's put just 10 in. Turns the system off. That plows into the chest there, and it turns back on again when it is empty. Dead simple, right? That's one end done. Literally, that is it. We're then going to take it to the other end. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's say 10. Why not? Let's say 10. We're going to put a powered rail there, and we are going to put a block there. And that is the beginnings of our drop-off system, i.e. the system that we're going to use to get the items into the minecart with hopper. Hop up on your block here. Get yourself a hopper pointing into where that powered rail is. On top of that hopper, you're going to put a chest. That chest is where we're going to shove stuff that we are going to unload. So let's take 32 stone. That's going to slowly unload a 32 stone into that hopper, and it's just going to wait there. That's all it's going to do. Then we need to take a signal out of that hopper. Again, we do that with a comparator. Whilst that hopper has got anything in it, the comparator is going to have power. Brilliant, right? Then what we want to do is we want to get a block off of that comparator. So shift click the edge of the comparator and you get a block off of it like that. Get yourself a redstone torch, and that is the inversion signal. Remember, we talked about the inversion signal over there with the torch. This is an inversion signal because that chest has put items into the hopper, which has powered this comparator, which has shoved power through this block. It's a conductive block, which means that this redstone torch then turns off. We then need a redstone dust put there. Because that torch is off, that dust is not powered. Just imagine, this torch takes up the whole of this block. As if it's like a block of stone, it takes up the whole of that block. This redstone dust takes up the whole of that block. So the torch block is directly on top of the redstone dust block, which means that it's touching, which means if that's got power, it's going to power the redstone dust. And then, from that, we're going to shove a repeater off of the dust into this block. That repeater, when this torch is, well, let's go start from the start again. For those that didn't follow, we've got power from this hopper because there's something in it, powers the comparator. The comparator powers the block. The block turns the torch off. That means this here is not on, which means this repeater is not on, which means that this block has not got power, which means that the powered rail is not powered. However, if I was to take all those items out of the hopper is empty. That means the comparator is off. That turns this torch on. There's no power in this block because the comparator hasn't pushed anything into it. So this torch is on. That powers that redstone dust, that turns on this repeater, that pushes power into this block, that puts power into this rail. And that will then power off a minecart with hopper. So let's just put those back in there again. That can fill that up. We're then going to come along here and we can see that this is turned on. So once this system has got pretty much full to 32 there, let's empty out that's empty, that's great. And then we're going to put a minecart with hopper on there. It moves off because it's empty. It stays under there because it needed to be filled up. It filled up very quickly. It stays there whilst it empties it out, and imminently, once it's emptied that out, it will start off. It takes longer to empty than it does to fill. Did you notice that? It filled very, very quickly and it took longer to empty. That's just because these hoppers like to push a lot faster than they like to pull. Look, this hopper's empty, that's empty, everything's empty. But over here, we've got 32 stone that we didn't have before. And that works beautifully for any of your mining stuff, any wool or any stone or any diamonds or anything like that that you want to put into this transport system. That'll work beautifully. And there you have it, one minecart loading and unloading system for your Minecraft world. It's actually dead simple, and it's a lot more simple you would think. If you've enjoyed this video, if you found it useful, please do hit that like button. Please note, this is not a new system really. This has been around for a while, maybe not in quite this guise, but the concept of minecart honor and offerers has been around for a little while. It wasn't like I've invented it. I've just kind of made this the way I wanted to and presented it to you as something that you would like. People like Mumbo Jumbo have been doing this thing for ages. Skippy6 Gaming, they do this stuff all day long, but I wanted you to see it too. If you've enjoyed the video, please do hit that like button. It'd be great to see you like it, and I'll keep on making the tutorials. Also, if you've not done it already, please do hit the subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.